Hi, guys. Trying to get everything up on my screen. It's always a struggle. There we go. All right. Hey, Cindy. How's everyone's holidays? Anyone else sick? I have a cold. Ian has a cold. Everyone's sick. I was hoping that with break, because I work in a school, I was hoping that everyone would have a break, get all the sickness that was going around out of there, and then come back all healthy. And I'm feeling like it's going to be the opposite. We're just going to have a whole new selection of illnesses coming in once we all go back. So we're going to read through March of Myrtie's diary today. I do have a surprise, though, something new to show you guys. I'll give a few more people a chance to come on. I don't know how big it's going to be today because it's on an alternate day than usual. We got sick after. We're all there for Christmas. So I'll wait a couple more minutes, see if anyone else is coming on, and I have a new diary to show you guys. So maybe we should start reading, and then maybe in like 10-ish minutes I'll go back. Again, I don't know how many people are going to be joining us today because it's Tuesday instead of Thursday. But we can start reading through March. I did want to make myself a note. I need to post on my website. I need to put the slideshow where I upload all of the entries after we type them out. And I also need to make new titles for YouTube, because all of the ones from the 1900 diary right now say it's the first reading because I'm lazy. Okay, so March 1st, 1900. I did the housework. Love this, but the thought of people reading my diary when I'm gone. I know. It's history. And sewed on my black dress waist. Oh, thanks, goat. Happy to see you here. Usually I'm on Thursdays, but it was Christmas last Thursday, and it's going to be New Year's this Thursday, so I'm going a little earlier. Mother is at her mother Campbell's. Father and I stayed at home all night. Okay. Now I gotta go into March. Okay. March 2nd. I hear Claude back there somewhere. I sewed on my black dress waist. Father went to Worcester. I don't know if that's how they pronounce it, but in Massachusetts, that's how we pronounce it. P.O. Post office. Mother is at her mother Campbell's. Father and I stayed at home all night. Almost exactly the same entry. Oh, why are you excited for March 19th? I'm curious. What's that person's life story overall? Overall, she is a teacher in Calais, Vermont. And that's basically all she does. She goes back and forth to school. She doesn't tell us much about her school life, which it's my birthday too. That's why I asked birthday twins. Yeah, so she doesn't give us much like insight into the school day, which I wish that she did, but it's interesting, the back and forth. And yeah, I don't know, how else do we describe? We don't know much about her. She doesn't end up getting married or have kids or anything, so I assume she teaches throughout her whole life. This is the second diary that we've read of hers. March 3rd. Oh, well, hold on. You get a happy diary birthday. Hey, Ian.
Well.
Happy diary birthday. And also to your dad. Belated diary birthday. What you doing? Want a drink?
Yeah, having some wine.
Wow. Not right now. Okay. Father sewed on the machine for me. Ooh, they had a sewing machine. I worked on print. I worked on print night dress. Oh, maybe like a night dress that had a print on it. Happy holidays, Carly. Hello, Felicia. This diary belongs to the lady up in the corner, Myrtie Wheeler. She's a teacher. I have a picture of her school that she taught at, too. Pies and cake. Mother is at her mother. I think it's print. Campbell's. Father and I stayed at home all night. You can see the P is the same there. Is that the lights going nuts? We need to replace these light bulbs. They're starting to flicker. You can tell that they must have all been put in at the same time. Or they're all getting replaced at the same time. About half of them went last year and half of them are going now. She's from Calais, Vermont. And Happy New Year, Holly. Yeah, they're going to be flickering. Maybe I'll get Ian to come down and fix it. Okay. March 4th is your birthday. Okay, hold on. Happy diary birthday. No, it's not a ghost. We can pretend though. But it's definitely, hey Velvet, definitely just the light bulbs being annoying. They've been doing that. Sorry I haven't been on, starting a new job. That's okay. It's really good to see you. Happy holidays. Oh, let me move this over. Okay. Mother is at her mother. Campbell's. Father and I about home. We stayed at home all night. Okay, so this is a picture of her school. Her one-room schoolhouse that she worked at. I guess I don't know for sure it was one room, but usually these were one-room schoolhouses. And that's another picture. Okay, so actually, yeah, we have quite a few people in here. Now I think I can show the surprise. So, I ordered this off of eBay. I don't know if Kat is here right now, but she sent me a message and gave me a heads up that there were a couple of... Oh, that's okay, Maya. You're not late. I've only been on for like 5 minutes. So Kat let me know that there was this diary. There were a couple of them on eBay that were from Calais, the same town that Myrtie's in. And I got one of them. I bid on it, and I was surprised. Usually when they're on bidding wars on eBay, usually it gets crazy, and, oh, this is really cool. And, I don't usually get them, but got it for about like $30, which isn't bad. Hopefully, I'm gonna look through it. Hopefully it's full. So this is, it says it's from 1885, and it's got like a little slip in there, 1885. And she told me, well, in the, here it is. In the description, it said the name of the girl. I haven't really looked into her. So it is Emma D. Ellis. This says December 24th, 1884. So that must have been when she, like, received the diary in Calais, Vermont. So, oh, you saw Campbell? I don't know if you guys, you can't read that, but it's in pencil. It says her name. So, I feel like okay, this is kind of crazy. Doesn't Myrtie have an Ellis in her family? I didn't look too much into it because I was like, Sounds good. She's in Calais. Sounds semi-familiar, but I wanted to like wait to look. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, there are a lot of Ellis. So I wonder if it's a relative. That would be so cool. Okay, let's find out. Let's just do a quick little, I don't have a lot of people in this tree, but hey, Emma D. Ellis. Holy shit. Excuse me for swearing. Emma Dell Ellis. I wonder if that's her. It could be, because this is from 1885. Oh my god. Her handwriting looks a lot like Myrtie's. And actually, let me flip through it now, because I'm curious if it's full. But it seems like it is. Yeah. It's mostly full. And the entries are not like 3 to a page like Myrtie's. They're a little bit... It's like a full page for each day, so that's really cool. It's still a very small diary, but each day gets more. Oh, what? Oh, guys, this is so cool. Okay, hold on. What the heck? So on the very back page, it says her name. Like, really, really cute written. Oh, it's, like, blurry. I'm sorry. I don't really know how to make it not blurry. I'm trying to, like, make it refocus. Can I automatically refocus it? Does that do that? Not really. I probably just... Oh, am I just, like, closing my camera? Is that... Yeah, I am. Like, just casually closing it. I thought that was maybe a focus. Dang it. I could take a picture and show you. But basically, she writes her name really cute. She writes the date of, like, whatever day it was. December 24th, 1887. Not her birthday. But the date, like, maybe she started the diary. And then she writes her name in the same cursive, but completely backwards. Like, mirrored. Which is so interesting. And I did hear... I forget when. We had talked about this a long time ago, that people used to sometimes write backwards in their diaries, like for privacy. I wonder if we'll encounter it. I'm just flipping through. I see Albert Wheelock. Lots of names that we know. We know the Wheelocks. Okay, this is going to be really cool. Oh, yeah, true. If her birthday's in December. It is. December 20, maybe December 24th. Let's see. Because we had just filled her in. If it's December 24th, it's definitely her. Yeah, oh, no, 4 December. And we actually have, I think, we have a picture of her. If it's this girl. Oh. Yeah, Ellis. Okay, and then she marries into the Wheeler family. How would we... I guess we won't know until we start reading it. If it's her or if it's someone else, but it's probably her. It's a small town. Oh, there's like little sketches in this. This is so cute. You guys really won't be able to see this because it's so light. Maybe if I turn the light on. Hold on. I have like a light here. Ugh, that's awful. You can't see it, can you? Very light sketches of, it looks like apples and pears on little branches. You found a picture of her? Awesome. I think I might have one because I have one of her husband. Where did you find the picture? Let's see. I don't know if I have him labeled here. Edward Liberty Wheeler. Oh, he's just alone here, but let's look on East Calais. Could you guys see it? You can't see me? You can't see me at all right now? Oh, good idea, Lindsay. I will do that. Online. Yeah, what did you search? Just like on Google? What was your search so that I can type it in and recreate it so that I can find it? Okay. Thanks, Carly. Yeah, I was wondering because I did shut the camera for a second. Hold on. Edward Liberty. I know his name. Edward. We'll just say Edward Wheeler. Edward Wheeler. I'm pretty sure. No, is that him? No, that's Hosea. Here? Yeah. This is probably her. If it's this lady that we think it is, this is a picture of her. Very cool. My keyboard was up, couldn't see behind my keyboard. Oh, well, I'm sorry, I can't fix that problem. Just her name on Google. Okay. Is that the picture that you saw? Emma Ellis Wheeler. Hey! Okay. This is from the Vermont Historical Society, I think. When we realized who Myrtie was, I had looked it up, and they have a picture of her and her dad there. Oh my God, they have all these diaries. Eveline, that's another relative. Oh, I wish I could read that. What is that? Like, I want to know. I want to know if I can read them. Let's see. This collection consists of diaries from Emma from years 1891 to 1939. Well, this is definitely somewhere that I could donate it to at the end. She was born on, this says 24 December, 1869. Everything else says December 4th, but this says 24 December. I know. She married local farmer Edward Liberty Wheeler in 1886. This is 1885, the year before. The couple had 2 children, 3 grandchildren, moved to Maple Corner in Kalos, and remained there until her death on June 4th, 1944. These diaries provide an extensive detailed account of daily life for farm women in early 20th century Vermont. There's an entry for most days of the year, detailing the weather, including temperatures for the very coldest winter days going down to 40 below, chores completed or begun, work done, and travels of male members of the household. More occasionally, illnesses, deaths, and events are noted. The entries often mention neighbors and relatives coming to visit, stay, and or help. Okay, that's very cool. We're gonna have to contact them again. The name is right on the website. The website's, oh yeah, Family Search. I know that site. Let's see. See, that doesn't match her death date, though. It said 1944. And then, let's see. Family Search is right here. Again. Oh, that's her husband, Edward. And then here she is. Can I click on her? Here. Oh! Cool. December 24th. This one says it too. That is really cool. Yeah. Well, now I want to start reading her diary. Oh, we can't do 2 at once though. That's crazy. Okay, let's keep update the family search with what? With her correct death date. I don't even know what is the correct death date yet, though, because it just was a different place I saw it. But we can when we get there. Okay. Now I want to know... Okay, so it's Emma. Did she mention Emma? No. That would be really cool. How did I get into this? That's a good question. I started reading, I found a diary at an estate sale a long time ago, and I started reading that and researching that, and I was just doing that on my own, and that's what unlocked it for me because it was really fun. It was like putting together a puzzle. And the TikTok stuff, like reading on live stream, that was a few years ago. Just kind of like grew into that. Like I started making videos about the other diary and then started the live streams, and now I do like a totally different format than I started with. I don't really make the videos as much, but I come on here every week and we read through together. Okay, that's the name of a town. An unfortunate name of a town. He got Parnell, shod. Parnell's their horse. I called on Mrs. Tom Bailey. I paid Mrs. H.W. Town. I'm spelling it with an E because that is the correct spelling and it makes it easier to search later. $20 in full for 10 weeks board this winter. Father and I stayed at home all night. Mother is at her Mother Campbell's. I have a picture, I believe, of Parnell. So this picture was on a website where there are all old pictures of the town of Calais where Myrtie lived. And it originally said this was an unknown pair of people, but we have a picture of Myrtie and her dad, and no one can tell me that's not them. This is well, the man and the woman, but look, this is a picture of them. So look at his beard, her facial structure. It's them. It is them. So if that's Myrtie and her dad in 1900, which is the same year this diary is written, this is most likely Parnell. How cute. Love it. She mentions Parnell every once in a while. Hopefully she'll mention that someone took their picture. That would be really cool. Okay, March 6th. I mopped and did the family ironing. Father went. Mother Campbell. Oh, sorry. So Mother Campbell, it's actually not like a weird English thing. It's just that so her father, her actual like biological mother passed away, and then he remarried. Her father remarried. So when she's talking about mother's Mother Campbell, it's her stepmother's mother. I don't know why she calls her by the last name like Mother Campbell, but that's just what she calls her. So the stepmother's mother is, what was her first name? I always forget what her first name is. Her last name is Campbell. Hold on. So Harriet Campbell is her stepmother. Oh, wrong one. Here, Harriet Campbell. And Eunice Stearns Campbell. That's the mother. And the grandmother, step-grandmother, I guess, Eunice Campbell, her husband has passed away, so she's old and she's by herself. So I'm assuming that that's why Harriet goes there all the time. She's there a lot. I mopped and did the family ironing. Father went to town meeting. Mother came home with him. We all stayed at home all night. Helped out the housework. Father, mother, and I stayed at home all night. I'm so curious now about what that historical society has. I feel like we should look into it more before I log off tonight. Sorry, I'm like half reading, okay. Alonzo Wheeler. It's hard because it's on top of the date. Alonzo Wheeler. We've heard that name. And wife. And Willie were here. In Eve. Father and I went to Montpelier and Barry. I bought a black fur coat and paid $15, guys. What if it's the coat in the picture? How many black coats do you think they owned in 1900? I feel like they didn't have more than one black fur coat, right? That would be excessive, right? Especially paying that much for it. For sure, good girly. That's crazy. That's gotta be it. It's gotta be her new coat. Batty in a black fur coat. That is so cool. That's so cool. It's giving me chills. Okay, we did some other trading. And came home. Father, mother, and I stayed at home all night. Come on, she has to get her picture taken. They have to talk about getting their picture taken. I'll die. I do not feel very well. Helped about the housework. Father went to Wheelock's and got mixing milk. I don't know what that is. We all stayed at home all night. So, how much is $15 in 1900? This is how I look it up. I have to specifically put at. Okay. Oh, this is a new one. This is not the site I usually use. What was it? $15 in. Okay, I specifically said 1900, and it doesn't go back that far. This is the one I usually use, the one with the giant weird ads. Okay. $15. Ooh, we're going to 2026 now. $578. Okay. Yeah, so she definitely doesn't have two $578 coats. It always feels like crazy when we do the calculations, but if you think about it, everything was more expensive because they had it for a really long time, I think. Like when you bought this is the epitome of nosiness. Queen, leave her diary alone. She's fine. Don't worry. It's history. That's how every historian does it. So, hello, Lilbort. Nice to see you. So people, I just calculated it on a website. I just went to inflation, whatever, calculator, not even .com. I just searched it on Google. Things were better quality, so they lasted a longer time. So I think that's why they spent so much. But yeah, fast fashion didn't exist. Everything was handmade, right? How well off was the Wheeler family? I don't know. What's odd is that they must have had family money because the father is a reverend, and he, in his obituary, it says he was never paid for, preaching. He never took a paycheck for it. So they had to have had other money lying around. I don't know. Yes, back when people would naturally use cursive. That fur coat says well off for sure. I don't think they were living like a fancy life, though. I don't know. And yeah, this is a hobby. Sounds like something they just would have said to make him seem like a better guy. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, we all stayed at home all night. March 10th. March. Father went to Montpelier and got the freight for mother. Oh, from Sears Roebuck and Co. This is the most she's talked about shopping, though. Like, it seems like they don't go shopping a lot. But now she's talking about there's a delivery, too, from Sears and Roebuck. Wonder what she got. Mother and I at home. I sewed. She was 33. This was paycheck week, yeah. We all stayed at home all Father, mother, and I at home. All stayed at home all night. I helped about the housework. Oh, not 1899. We already read that one. How do you know if she ever married? Well, we know because we found records of her, like on Find a Grave and Ancestry and newspapers, and it doesn't seem like she ever was married. There's no record of it. Amazon of the 1900s, yeah. Can you tell me basic rundown of what you know? So she lives in a very rural town in Vermont called Calais, Vermont. Yeah, divorce documents. No, nothing like that. She's a school teacher. We have a picture of the schoolhouse. This is a picture of her and her dad riding through town on their sleigh. But she taught at, where is it? Is it down here? This school. She was a teacher of many different grades of students all at once. 4 cars existed. Getting too local. Are you from the area? That's crazy. If you are and you want to share anything about the area, I would love to know more. Because I'm from Massachusetts, so I'm not like super far away, but I also don't know anything about this part of Vermont. Father and mother carried over Lucretia's groceries and dry goods from Sears, Roebuck, and Co. How proper. I stayed at home and did the housework. We all stayed at home all night. I sewed some. It's logical she isn't married. If I remember, teachers couldn't marry. Yeah, or if they did, they couldn't be teachers anymore. 20 minutes from Montpelier. That's awesome. Yeah, this is in Calais. I don't know if I said that. But they talk about Calais. They talk about Woodbury. They're back and forth through there a lot. Worcester is where they went for the post office. She died, I think, in 1965. Because I was going to say 1944, but that was the last lady we were looking at. I think it's 1965. Yep, 1965. Where did you acquire this diary? eBay. The way she was dropping the full name is low-key an advertisement. Yeah, they paid her. Okay, I already answered that one. I found one of these. I have 3 of her diaries. I found one on eBay and bought it. The 1905 diary is the one that I bought on eBay. And then when we started reading and researching that one, we saw that there was a person on Ancestry who had other diaries that she was researching of hers. And I reached out to that woman and I was like, oh, like, what if you found out about her? Or I first wanted to know, are you a descendant? Because I always look for a descendant to send these to after we're done. She wasn't a descendant. She's a diary researcher like me. And she, like me, has lots of projects going and said she's got so much on her plate and she'd be happy to send them to me. So she sent them to me. So that's how I have the 1899, which we just finished, and the 1900, which we're reading now. So they came from eBay and from another diary detective. The cursive is exactly as my grandmother wrote, the style that they learned at the time. That explains why so we did just get another diary of, I think, her aunt, and her handwriting looks very, very similar. How much do these things go for? It depends. A lot of times on eBay, they get outrageously expensive. I ended up getting the one, though, that I just bought for around $30. So I find, like, that's a decent price. But I'm not, like, one to spend hundreds. A lot of times they get insane. Oh, from Portugal. I have family from Portugal. Well, hello from Massachusetts. Did I tell you I got diaries from a writer in Massachusetts? Oh, cool. You might have told me that. I forgot, though. That's very cool. Holyoke and Springfield. Very western Mass compared to where I live. So Emma is older than Myrtie. Yes. I think. Let's see. Because the diary is from before, but let's double check. 1867. Oh, she's like about the same maybe. So what? Did we see Emma's birth year? We saw it somewhere, right? Oh, here, 1869. No, actually, Myrtie is older than Emma. Interesting. In my head, that was not the case. I'm going to show my dad your TikTok. Sweet. It's not super difficult. This one, I don't know if Kat is here, but one of my diary detectives reached out to me and showed me that they saw it on eBay, a listing. Every once in a while, things pop up. I don't know how. It's interesting how, like, groups of diaries from a town will all pop up at the same time. A lot of times people will get them from estate sales and stuff and post them all at once. So you'll see, like, groups of them, but there's always some out there. Just a lot of times they're really expensive. She doesn't really express her feelings very much, no. And what I've found is a lot of old diaries like this, they don't. They just talk about what they did that day, what the temperature was, what the weather was, and who came over, you know? Which is why, you know, someone came in here earlier and was like, this is nosy, like, stop. But really, most of the time, they're just giving us their day-to-day activities. It's not, like, super juicy or anything. Really hoping Emma does that and she's a major Gossip Girl. Yeah, that would be great. Like Gossip Girl from the town of Calais. Also, Myrtie doesn't have much room to really get into it. She only has like this much space for each day. Is there a custom associated with we all stayed at home all night? No, I don't know why. It's kind of funny because every diary that we have read through, the writer has their own little sayings, quirks, things that they repeat over and over again, and it becomes like their catchphrase, and it's really fun for us. And hers is definitely, we all stayed at home all night. She tells us every single day that they stayed at home. Mother and I are washing. I helped about the housework. We all stayed at home all night. The farthest that she traveled in her life, I am not sure of the answer to that. March 14th. Father went to the P.O. Mother and I are washing. We all stayed at home all night. Lilla Ellis was Myrtie's student and Emma's sister. So I remember seeing Lilla, the name, when we were looking at, we have this cool document. Is it in here, I wonder? Or, yeah, here it is. So this is in 1894, 1895, Myrtie's school roster. And I'm pretty sure Lilla Ellis is on here. Yep, Lilla Ellis. So that's Emma's sister, not her daughter. I think that this is her son. Yeah, and she married Edward Liberty Wheeler, who is Myrtie's, I thought, her uncle. And, you know, my assumption was, oh, she must be older if she's an aunt, but they would marry young. Let's see. Let's see how they are related. Myrtie? Like, who is Edward Wheeler to them? Is it one of her uncles? No, maybe it's like one of her cousins? How do we see? The one thing about Ancestry that I don't like is it's hard to tell, like, how people are related sometimes. Okay. Hosea, I never know how to say that. Hosea is Edward's father. Okay. All right. So here, I wish we could see it all at once. Mason Wheeler is Myrtie's grandfather. So this is Myrtie's grand uncle's, I really, really, really struggle with figuring out like cousins once removed, that kind of thing. So you guys will have to help me. So, Myrtie's grandfather is Mason. Aaron Wheeler is Myrtie's grand uncle. Is that what that, great uncle? Great uncle, right? And this is Myrtie's great, I don't even know. How would it be? Like cousin? Like great uncle, yeah. So what would his children be to Myrtie? Would that be second cousin? Because there's no great cousin. Second cousin? And then would this be third? So would second cousin's children be third cousins? First cousin? I don't know. I thought your first cousin was your uncle's kids. Or your aunt's kids. Only. But I might be wrong. I think that's what gets me confused. But anyways, he's related to her in some way. There he is. And then he marries Emma. Yeah, I don't know. I really struggle with that. I'm not a genealogist. Where is Edward Liberty Wheeler on this tree? It's right here. He's right here. And then this is Emma Ellis, who has the diary. First uncle, auntie. First is uncle and auntie's kids. Yes, that's what I thought. Now, what about, this is not her, this is her great uncle's grandkids. So it's her dad's cousin's kids. Who, in my family, my dad's cousin's kids or my mom's cousin's kids, I would call them my second cousins. Twice removed, maybe. It would be a third. I have no idea. Malon and Elsie are connected because they're married. Okay. So they are closer in age than I thought. I thought he was older for some reason. I thought he was like an uncle. But he's not. No, Myrtie is not really known. Like, she's not famous for anything. We just have her diary and she's just a regular girl. Okay. I called to Simon Wheeler's. There's some people we need to look up. And A. Nelson's. Father, mother, and I visited Alonzo Wheeler's. They all stayed at home all night. I want to see if... Okay, I don't have Alonzo in here, but we're going to look him up. That tree that I have is not very well, like, far developed, so it's probably a relative of some kind. Oh, and Simon. Okay, first cousin once removed is your first cousin's kids. Oh, okay. Third cousins share great-great-grandparents. Third cousins share great-great-grandparents. Okay, yes. So they would. So they're third cousins. Is that how it works? Because that would be... I should just look it up. I need to learn that. Because I always never know what to say when we start getting that deep into family. Like, they're related. I just don't know how. I am at home. Helped about the housework. Yes, but no one says it that way. Okay, but that actually makes more sense to me than any other way people have tried to explain it. So, removed means a marriage was involved, like not related by blood. I do not know. I always thought removed meant someone got a divorce. I know it sounds not good. Twice removed, like they were sent away twice. I'm gonna be serious. My handwriting would change and look similar as the ones you look at right. Your handwriting would change. Like, your handwriting looks like that sometimes. Moved means different familial generation. Father, mother, and I stayed at home all night. And that's why I don't claim to be a genealogist, because that stuff confuses me. I sewed on my wrapper. I am not sure why Myrtie's not teaching right now. It seems like the school year was different back then. Like they had bigger breaks, longer breaks. And it mentioned something about her closing the winter term last month in February. I'm sick with that new flu thing. You're so calming to think. Oh, well, I'm glad that you are enjoying this, and I hope you feel better. We have a little cold going around too, but definitely I've been hearing a lot about how bad the flu is this year, and I'm like just praying that it doesn't hit me. I'm a teacher, so I was like half expecting to go out on Christmas break and immediately be sick, but I haven't gotten it yet, knock on wood. Regarding her class, does she garden or cook? Or reference only housework? She doesn't really talk about cooking actually very much, and she doesn't talk about gardening either. She talks about her dad working in the field sometimes. She sews and cleans. Yeah, she sews, cleans, and then teaches. It's so cute how we find a person's daily life from a century before us exciting. I love humans. Yes, it is fun. Will anybody be having a watch party? Oh, pretty sure my boyfriend has this new flu thing. A couple of diary months ago. Well, I guess actually the year before, in 1899, on December 31st, Myrtie talked about how her dad went to a watch party on New Year's Eve. So we were confused about what that meant. We're like, oh, like a neighborhood watch or something? And no, everyone got together and sat either in like a church or a house or wherever. They all got together and they watched their watches as the new year rolled in, which is very cute. Helped about the housework. Father, just like we watched the ball drop, they watched their watches. Father, mother, and I stayed at home all night. Yes, we always learn something new. It's fun. You never know. Okay, we're coming up on diary birthday on the 19th here. March 18th. Father, mother. Oh, it's the new year tonight for you? Yeah, because you're a day before. Or after. Is it New Year's Eve right now for you, Deb, in Australia? I thought you were ahead. You're behind. Happy New Year. I'm about to invite friends for a watch party. Yeah, and just all sit there and like, I know, it would be kind of funny to recreate that, make a funny video. Okay, father, mother, and I about home. I helped about you're in the future. I thought you were, wait, you are ahead. Okay, I'm just confused. You get a watch, and you get a watch, and you get a watch. And we all watch the watch. I helped about the housework. But you're exactly 24 hours ahead of me, I think. Right? Is it 6... You get up early, right, to watch? Is it 6:52 a.m. right now? Like about 7 a.m.? Oh, it's 10:51. Okay, I don't know why I thought that it was exactly 24 hours from me, but it's about. I know that, oh, you know what? I'm getting confused. I know that the flight from here is 24 hours to get to Australia. And I have a few people who I know who went. And that is like insane to be on a plane for 24 hours. Could cooking be considered part of the housework? Possibly, because I don't know who else in the house would have cooked since her mother's always at her mother's house. So she doesn't seem like she's cooking every day. I helped about the housework. We all stayed at home all night. I bet that's probably is considered the housework. Okay, March 19th. Father, that's my diary birthday. Father went to see M.S. Hathaway about my school. So M.S. Hathaway is the town's school director, maybe superintendent, but he wasn't exactly called that, I don't think. But he's the one who like gives the school assignments. Mr. H came here. I engaged to teach the number 7 school for $6 per week. I went home with Mr. Hathaway and stayed all night. Okay. Now, I'm curious. We have been, like, keeping track of her pay. It's always associated with Mr. Hathaway. He always, like, tells her how much she's getting paid. And I thought it was more before. $6. That's now. Okay, so in here. This is the 1899 diary. Let's see what she gets. $6 per week. $6.50. Yeah, she was making $6.50 per week, and now it's back to $6. I wonder why. Maybe she doesn't have as many students or something. Thank you. It is. I guess I get a little happy diary birthday for me. Yay. Okay. Thank you guys for answering the questions in the chat. I don't see all of them, so. Hold on. I haven't checked the YouTube chat. A couple of people on there. There's always some strange comments on YouTube. Different than TikTok. Yes, I'm American. Okay. She only pays $20 for 10 weeks of rent. Yeah, but when you, what's the word? Convert it, it's a lot. I would love to find a diary of someone who had to travel west around that time. Diary birthday is just a cute way of saying, because when I started reading these on live streams, everybody, whenever it was like their birthday day, they'd always comment like, oh, that's my birthday, that's my birthday. And it was just like a thing that just happened. Everyone shared when it was their birthday in the diary. And that's why we just started that thing, because it was just something that always came up. And I thought it was cute. So that's what a diary birthday is. I am at Mr. M.S. Hathaway's visiting. Stayed there overnight. Okay. Thank you, Cindy. Oh, your birthday is March 20th. Well then, you get a happy diary birthday special. I'm getting tired. March 21st. Oh. Okay, there we go. I am at M.S. Hathaway's visiting. Stayed there all night. Was it M.S. Hathaway's house we tried to look up last time? There's not a lot of Google Earth coverage over there for a street view. Father came after me. Oh, father. I went home in the afternoon. Uncle Myrtie Wheeler stayed here all night. Father, mother, and I stayed at home all night. Okay, a lot of comments. Hold on. What is the purpose of typing it while reading? Mostly for us, it's so that we can just document it and have a digital copy. Also, like when I was looking up M.S. Hathaway, trying to see when she mentioned him other times, it's easy when it's typed out to do that. If you don't type it, you won't remember what you're reading. I'm thinking she made those entries later since she said there instead of here. That's true. She could have. Didn't we guess they were near the school because of the traveling distance? I don't know. Amy, I don't know if you're referencing another comment or who you're talking about, but we definitely did look at like where she was boarding would make sense because it was near the school. MS Hathaway's house, I think, I don't know if it was him that we were looking at. I can't remember, but we were trying to find someone's house on Google Earth. $20 and $1,900 is equal to $800 today. Thank you, Ellen. Okay. I helped clean cupboard. I am at home. Uncle Martin went away in the afternoon. I helped about the housework. Father, mother, and I stayed at home all night. March 24th. The place they went for a watch party. Yeah, we were looking there. Did he say watch party at MS Hathaway's? I don't know why I thought it was his house we were looking for. Father, mother, and I about home. Helped about the housework. We all stayed at home all night. I helped clean the buttery. March 25th. Oh yeah, it's not that late here, goat, but have a good night. It's about 7 o'clock here. Father and I went to Worcester, P.O., and got the mail. He, mother, and I stayed at home all night. After I log off today, it is buttery, I think. I don't know if it's a room where they made butter or like, I'm actually not sure. We should look it up. Because we had looked it up before, I think, or someone told me on the chat a while ago. Like a pantry. Okay, yeah, that's what it was. You guys had just told me. What was I just going to write? Oh, I'll post a picture of those cute little, like, drawings that are in the other diary that I just got on the Discord. Okay. Mother and I finished cleaning the buttery. We washed a little. I do not feel very well. Father shoveled out the lazy mill. He went to Worcester to meeting in Eve. We stayed at home, and then she wrote all night up here. She had talked about him using the lazy saw. I don't know if that's the same thing. What's a lazy mill? Lynn Lumber Mill Model 1900, a portable sawmill. Okay, let's look that up. Lynn Lumber Mill. Did it say Model 1900? That makes sense, and that's probably what she means by the lazy saw. Okay, this is definitely not it, because it has, like, it's brand new, modern, but... Oh, no, maybe... Okay, hold on. It could really... Oh, okay. Maybe the lazy... This is too, new. Hold on. Or maybe they made a new version of it. Historical mill context. Lazy mill isn't a historical name. It's not a perception of worker behavior. Definitely not. Lazy saw. Is the Lynn Lumber Mill old? Founded in 1991, so it's not that. Oh, thanks, KJ. That's sweet. I'm glad you like the typing noises. That was a unexpected thing that's come out of this. A lot of people find it relaxing. Father carried mother to her mother. Campbell's. Ira, Ellis, and wife. Ed Wheeler. Okay. I was just trying to figure out if that actually said Emma Ellis. It doesn't. But look, Ed Wheeler and wife. That's her. That's Emma. Who we have this diary of hers now. Okay. Ed Wheeler and wife. And Eveline Hall visited here. Father and I stayed at home all night. I did the housework. Yeah, that's really cool. Father made a sleigh post and put it in. I mended his old coat and did housework. He and I stayed at home all night. Mother is at her mother. Oh, thank you. I will add that. Thanks. Campbell's. Got a little ahead of myself. Okay. Will you mention it in the text to cross-reference Emily's diary? Well, Emily's diary or Emma's diary is from 1885, so it won't have the same date in there. If it did, we would probably try to read it alongside. We've had one other time where we had two diaries from two different people that were from the same year, and we read them at the same time. It was really cool. But I definitely, it'll be so interesting if she mentions Myrtie. Oh, your birthday. Okay. Happy diary birthday. We will definitely have our ears peeled for that. Is that a phrase? Ears peeled? Eyes peeled? Okay. Ah, every time I click out of here, I don't see the chat anymore. There we go. I see it. Father went to Dean Holt's shop and ironed and fixed his sleigh post. Dean welded a brace for him. I called at Clark Doty's. Finished mending father's coat. He and I stayed at home all night. It's so odd that the different dates allow different amounts of space to write. Oh yeah. Or maybe it's just blurring together. Let's count it, because it does look like that, but it might be the angle I took the picture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, the bottom one only has 6 lines. Good eye. Father and I visited at James Hastings. I settled with him for Elsie's and Eli's music lessons. She hasn't taught music lessons in a while. Received $10 or $1, not 10, $1. There is still due to me, or there is still due me, I don't know, I'm going to zoom in and make sure that's what that says, but $175. Elsie's and Eli's music lessons. Received $1. There is still due me $175. We came home and Stayed all night. Mother. I thought it said O, or it would make sense if it said O, but I think it's do. Mother is at her Mother Campbell's. Yeah, practice. Actually, Myrtie's handwriting is a lot easier than some of the other handwriting that we have read. I made donuts. Yum. And put wristbands and neck binding on father's shirt. He fixed lazy saw. See, that's the lazy saw she was talking about. We stayed at home all night. Mother's at her Mother Campbell's. Okay. I really, really was hoping that she would talk about getting their picture taken. Because those of you who weren't here in the beginning, we have this picture that, first of all, it's like such chance that we found it in the first place. It's online. Someone has, oh, okay. Maybe I'll look at it again, Angela, and see if that's what it says. Someone has a collection of old photos from Calais, Vermont, from around the same time that these diaries were written. And they have a lot of pictures of a lot of people who are in the diary. And then this was one that said unknown people, but us having a picture of Myrtie and her dad, we know that this picture of unknown people is them. And she talks about, so we knew like, ooh, this is in 1900, or it says it's in 1900. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't. It's possible it wasn't exactly 1900, but that's somehow it was labeled that way or something. So there is a chance that one day in this diary is the day that Myrtie and her father got their picture taken on this sleigh in town, which is insane. It could be from April. Yes, it is in Vermont, so there's still snow to be had. But I was hoping, because we just read in the very beginning of the month of March that she went and bought a black fur coat for like what's equivalent to $500 nowadays. So she's wearing what, I mean, it could be like a dark brown, but it looks like a black fur coat in this picture, right? And for $500, how many black fur coats is this girl going to own? Probably one, right? So that is probably the coat that she bought in the entry that we read, which is insane. So I was hoping, ooh, she just bought the coat. Maybe she'll talk about getting their picture taken, because maybe, I don't know, we can possibly date this picture to after March because of the coat. We don't know for sure that that is the coat, though. It could be a different coat, but it's just very interesting. Like, I feel like if she spent that much money on a coat, she didn't have one before, or she needed a new one, and that, I'm just making it up in my head, but to me that looks like a fresh, brand new fur coat. Isn't that really cool? Too bad she didn't talk about getting a cool feathery hat. That hat doesn't look like it's keeping her ears very warm. Very, very cool. It could be November or December. Yes, that is true. Very true. So, good point, Holly. So if she doesn't mention it before the snow all melts, then there's a possibility we might see it later on. Very, very true. Thank you, because I'll be disappointed, and there's still hope. Even if she could afford a second coat, most people wouldn't buy two at that time. Yeah, and for that price, that's like your coat, your winter coat. That's probably going to last her years and years and years. And she's fixing her father's coat. So this could be the one that she's fixing. She's putting new wristbands and neck binding on it. Very cool. And that's their horse, Parnell. We don't want to snub Parnell. He's the most famous one. I love learning what people's horses' names were. Hector was the horse in the last diary that we read. Even if she... Oh, okay. I already read that comment. Okay, so there were a couple of people to look up. I'm getting kind of tired, so maybe we'll just do like a quick search for some of these. Alonzo Wheeler and Simon Wheeler we'll look up. We'll look on Find a Grave first. No idea when they were born or died. Oh, not Wheeler. Vermont. That's going to be too wide of a search. There is one in Calais. was hoping, okay. Lucy Wheeler. What does she say about Alonzo? Any other names? And wife. And Willie. One grandchild, William. Willie, that could be Willie. Okay. That's it. She doesn't mention a wife's name. Okay. Seems like that might be the only one in that town though, so it's probably him. So, who else was it? Simon? Simon Shepherd Wheeler. He died in 1866, so that's not him. Simon Schubel. The only thing that she says is she went there. I love that there's pictures on some of these. This looks a lot like Mason Wheeler's picture. Hold on. Guess it's just the tone of it looks the same. Doesn't really look like it at all, actually. Just the sepia look of it. Okay. So actually, I feel like these are the Simon and Alonzo we're looking for. Because look, Henry is the father of both of them, right? Oh no. The brother of Alonzo. And the father of Simon. So that makes sense. Yeah, he looks rough. And son of Simon? Oh, hold on. Is there an... Oh, yeah. Okay, but he's dead, so... Okay, that's interesting. I'll save this. So we can put a picture of these people later. Or at least a picture of their gravestone. Alright. So, touche. He's dead. I know, I could have said that a little more sensitively. I'm very tired. Okay, so... Let's see. Next week is a regular Thursday, right? There's no... holidays or anything that's gonna... No, regular Thursday. So next week I will be on Thursday, like usual. I usually go once a week. Thursdays at 6. This week was a little different because Thursday is New Year's Day, so. And last week I didn't do one because it was the week of Christmas and Christmas was Thursday. So it was just like, it's been a crazy couple of weeks. But next week I will be on Thursday. And we also have a diary detective meeting coming up. For the Patreon people, we voted and I picked January 12th. So there's still a couple of weeks for that. But I will remind you guys when that's getting closer. All right. So I'll see you guys next week. I'm going to go eat something. I hope you have a great New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Everybody stay safe and healthy. I'll see you guys in 2026. I said that to my students, and they didn't understand. They do not get it. They're like, what? When you say, I'll see you next year, you think it's funny? And they're like, what do you mean? We don't have art when we come back from break? No, next year, like it's 2026. It's little kids. All right. Happy New Year, everybody. See you soon.